Who are you? Episode 2.
As I thought, the cause of death is a blow with a golf club on the back of her head between 11 p.m. and midnight. Guys, I must say that this is the first time I see sports equipment used in this unusual way.
Thank God we have an unusual weapons expert now. Right, Inga?
Why it's unusual all of a sudden. It's quite typical. Third place after a chainsaw and an ice epic.
Really?
Let's get on with it.
A chainsaw. Back to business. The wounds on her face are posthumous, inflicted in anger, with a great force, probably by a male. Traces of diazepam in her blood. The blood under her nails belongs to a male, but his DNA isn't in the database.
Did she have sex before she died?
Yes, thank God. I mean, yes, but there's no DNA since they used a condom.
Looks like it wasn't. A rape.
Definitely not. I'd say it wasn't something passionate either. As they say, just for health's sake.
I see. Somehow I thought so too.
You're done.
Yes.
Only if Inga doesn't have something else to tell us.
Do you have something to tell us?
I'm good, thank you.
Well, Alexei, will you tell everything yourself or will you keep wasting my time?
I didn't kill her. I loved her.
Sure you did, and then you killed her. I've seen so many cases like this.
What's that on Captain's chest? Blood?
No, ma'am. Ketchup. The suspect was shooting with a hot dog during arrest.
So, you started stalking Mara Dest. Why? Did you hope to catch her alone?
I wasn't stalking her. I was trying to understand.
Aha.
You see, I was on a call at this property last Tuesday. I'm a technician at a net. A technician at a net.
Where?
It's an internet provider. I drove into the yard.
I got it.
And they were shooting a movie there. I saw Mara there. She was talking to someone during a break. She reminded me of my Lena. Not out of the blue.
So, the whole country saw her in the movies and on TV, right? Do you live in a cave? A knight of pliers and cables, yeah? And then out of the blue, it's my Lena, my girlfriend from the boarding school.
I saw her in the movies. She was different on the screen. She was Mara Dest on screen. And there I saw the real her.
He should be an actor himself.
He's not acting.
We'll see about that soon. Shpak knows what he's doing. He's the head of our drama club. Listen, go get the report on fingerprints from the lab. And grab Darina's report on your way back.
First she was talking, then she laughed, then threw her head back and started playing with her hair. Only Lena does this. And the laugh. It was her laugh. Also, I thought I saw a silver ring on her thumb. Lena told me once she had got it from her mom. She never gave it to anyone and never took it off. I wanted to come closer to make sure, but the guards wouldn't let me.
Of course, if they let all stalkers approach stars, they would be extinct. Go on. You started following her.
Yes, I started following her. Not all the time, of course, but wherever I could. When I didn't have work. Listen, I really wanted to know whether it was her or not. It was important to me. I couldn't make myself approach her. Look at me and at her.
I see.
Yesterday, I made up my mind. Lena, wait. Lena, it's me, Lasha Talco. Lena. What's wrong? I just want to talk.
Go on, you realized your sweetheart was golden. What then? Did you leave her a note or a phone number? What?
I left her a note with my number.
What for?
As I said, I wanted to talk.
About your humble beginnings. Fine, go on. How did you get into Mara Dest's apartment?
She called me and said I could come if I swore nobody would ever find out about our conversation.
I suppose it was an interesting conversation. Do you think we can't prove the blood under her nails is yours?
You won't need to. It's mine.
And the Oscar for the best male lead goes to... Well, Mr. Taco. Are you ready to confess to the murder of Alina Kanova, also known as Mara Dest?
Listen, I didn't kill her, I swear. I loved her a lot. I insulted her that night. Badly. She said that everything that happened between us 6 years ago. She put it into a chest and threw the key out. It hurt me so much. It was the purest and happiest thing we ever had. And she threw it away. She threw me away. I said horrible things. So she slept me in and kicked me out.
Is that all?
Yes.
Looks like you forgot the most important part. Your conversation.
Which conversation?
Which one? When she said, "Get out," and you hit her with a club at the back of her head.
What club?
A golf club. You see, looks like your Lena was a nice person. She trusted people. She wasn't afraid to turn her back to you. Where were you between the time she kicked you out and midnight?
I was driving around in my car. I needed to think.
You should have thought earlier. Who can confirm your alibi? Did you give someone a ride? Did you have a drink with someone?
No, nobody. I went home to sleep and came back in the morning to apologize. But she was dead. What could I do? I just found her, and she died.
He didn't kill her.
Is it a hunch?
He doesn't fit the type. He's an obvious melancholic that's prone to depression. People like him don't kill. Only if they are cornered, or by accident. But in that case, he would have confessed already.
Don't say that. Taco was really mad at Mara. His most cherished feelings were hurt. It's a weak motive, but it's a motive. Man up. Tell me one thing. Did you break her nose before or after you killed her?
Was she hit in the face? I promise you. I'll find whoever did it and kill him. And I'll come to you voluntarily, got it? And then you can put me away.
We've already found him, and we'll put him away, got it? I gather there is no need to talk about a confession. You understand it yourself. It would commute your sentence a bit. Well, your Lena was a bitch, love hurts. Heat of passion, right? We don't need your confession. We have evidence through the roof. A motive, the video. Well, as a man, I can understand you. Some women can drive anyone crazy. Right? You can think it over, but not for too long. I offer the best option to you, man to man. I'll go get some coffee.
Can you gather everybody in the office? I want to share some of my insights.
Oh, why? I don't recognize you. You're usually so nosy. I'm nosy? Fine. You're actively participating in everything, and you can't influence your own husband. What do you mean? Literally, he should fire Inga from the directorate. Do you know why she got a job there? Of course I do. To mess with us and prove that she is a big girl. To catch her maniac. What maniac? The one that killed her patients? We only managed to send her to the USA because she got an opportunity to become a criminal profiler. Do you remember how badly she didn't want to go after Jerry's death? Well, what did they say?
They said that the chances are minimal, that they don't know who he was there with, alone or not. Maybe he died. They won't search the catacombs because it's physically impossible. Besides, the bastard also joked that maybe he didn't want to marry and escaped.
A bastard indeed. What are you going to do, honey?
I'll wait.
What about your job in the States?
I'll find a job here, Mom.
Honey, they will find Jerry. He's alive. Everything will be fine. Do you hear me? I got really scared then. Then this opportunity to study appeared. Thank God, she left. I didn't know she would come back and get into it all over again. I talked to Andre. I beg you. You know it yourself. He hired her on probation. Even if I shout and stomp my feet, he won't change his decision. I'm sorry, sister.
Looks like we don't have a confession. I get it. His fingerprints aren't on the club.
He wiped them off.
There are a lot of prints, but all of them belong to one person. The owner of the club, probably.
That makes sense. Kovetsky, right? It doesn't fit.
Maybe he had gloves on.
That's why it doesn't fit.
Darina said that she had sex.
Who, Darina?
Mara,
Oh,
did you find the condom?
no.
That's right. You won't. You won't find the gloves either.
Inga, I know that. You've decided from the beginning that Mr. Kovetsky is the murderer. And you're trying to persuade all of us. But let me remind you, colleagues, Kovetsky has an alibi.
Maybe he doesn't.
Well,
I checked it out. It takes 15 to 20 minutes to get from that restaurant to Mara's place. I can't say precisely. Besides, when I was checking Kovetsky's alibi, the night guard had already gone home.
why are y'all so mean to him? He didn't have the motive to kill Mara. He did not. Still, Stepanik, go back to the restaurant and find that guard. Maybe he'll remember something.
Yes, sir.
Can I have another look at the report?
Sure. I thought you already knew all of it.
I'm not a know-it-all. Darina, I'm sorry. It says here that Mara had a child.
Yes. I know it's not connected to the case, but
No, it is. Mara has a child that nobody knows about.
Mara just doesn't have kids, and everybody knows it. She did give birth, but it doesn't mean that she has a child. Besides, it doesn't even mean she ever had one. It could have been a stillbirth, for example.
That's exactly what we need. Thank you.
What's going on in your head?
They were inside all the time. He was very late, as far as I understand. Big time, because she went out for a smoke twice. Then he came and gave her a bunch of flowers. They went in after. After that, she went out for a cigarette at least 3 times. He didn't go with her, did he? He did. He just didn't smoke. Did he go outside without her? Not for a smoke, but he went to talk on his phone. Did you hear what they were talking about? No, he left right after that. Where did he go? That way. But then he came back. How long was he absent? Well, around 20 minutes. He was panting when he came back. Yeah. Got it.
I'll call you back later. I said I'd call you back later. Okay, bye. Bye. Sir, CCTV cameras, they don't care about psychological profiling. An alibi and no motive, that's it.
Oh, hey. Hello.
Hello? Oh, I'm sorry, but is Oleg?
He's not here.
He's not in, yes.
Yes.
Fine.
I'll call him now.
Oh, sure, fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Major, I was thinking about the surveillance cameras. I was trying to figure out what's wrong. I think there's a blind spot. Well, I'd like to go there and check it out. Inga would like to come along.
Inga. With you? Fine, just stick together, bye.
That was daring.
Oh, here they come. It's been a while.
Missed us?
Be careful.
Aha.
We need to talk.
We have an intercom. A stranger can't come in. I can see everybody who's at the door. You saw it this morning. Is that your guy?
Yes. Stephanie. 7:21. Kovetsky left the restaurant for 20 minutes. 15 minutes for the trip. 5 minutes to do it. So in theory, he had an opportunity. Let's see if he did on practice. Could you watch it through the monitor? Yeah, sure.
Huh, lying is bad, Lena. You haven't thrown away the key to your past. You couldn't? Of course, definitely, she did have a baby. Oh. And here's the daddy. Why were you hiding your daughter?
So Kovetsky has no alibi.
I figured it out. Get him here, quick.
I thought this Kovetsky was fishy from the beginning.
Yeah, our Miss Efia also thought he was a suspect.
Listen, I completely forgot about her.
I'll call her. Go to the office.
Mr. Kovetsky.
Where have you been? Who said you could enter a sealed-off apartment on your own?
Yes, Major, sir. Major, sir, wait, you said I could go with Senior Lieutenant.
Senior Lieutenant is already here. He and Stephanie completely blew up Kovetsky's alibi. They're already bringing him in for interrogation.
Oh, they're bringing him in. Wonderful. Don't forget to ask him a personal question from the profiler, who allegedly doesn't do anything. Let Kovetsky tell you about the daughter he had with Mara. Check. And mate.
So, Mr. Kovetsky, you were absent from the restaurant for 20 minutes. That was enough for you to commit a premeditated murder.
I got a call.
Aha.
There was a problem I needed to solve quick.
And the problem was that the Goose-Lane golden eggs had gone out of control. Hi, everyone. Don't stand up.
Listen, you don't understand the nature of my relationship with Mara.
Of course. How would we? If you didn't tell us about your daughter. Nastia, if I'm not mistaken. Don't stand up too.
How did you?
How did we? How did we? Let's get to the point, Mr. Kovetsky. You have no alibi. But you have a motive.
A motive.
I'm sorry, I should say a big-ass motive. Look what we have here. After Mara's death, all her, well, considerable savings plus her royalties go to you. Igor, what do you need to do to get it all? Prove your paternity, which won't be hard to do for you. What else did you lie to us about? Round and round we go.
I didn't kill her.
I see this is going to be a blockbuster in our interrogation room.
Listen. Yes, Mara and I were very close. I picked her up when she failed to get into the acting school. I have connections. I created her. She's my creation. She's my masterpiece. How would I kill her?
With a golf club. From behind. With the hit on the head. What? Are you hungry? Here you go. Police brutality is a myth.
I didn't want that baby, but I let her have it only if she gave it up for adoption. Unofficially. Her career, the rise of the new star, was much more important. For the both of us.
Both of you or just you?
I convinced her. I always was able to do that. Yesterday, it wasn't her first escapade.
You didn't mention any escapades.
It's nice to deal with a police officer who knows what an escapade is. Yes, I convinced her to talk with Taco. He knew about her past and could spill the beans. She just needed to convince him not to talk. Instead, she started melting down over this Lyosha. You see, she was in love with him then.
So what? She loved him, then dumped him. With your help.
Yes, I was looking for raw material then. And an experienced girl, talented and beautiful. I have an eye for them. Everybody knows Zana now.
You mean Sana Sotnik?
I know how to make a star out of a country fool. Even if I have to break them for this. A year later, a new star rose in the cinema sky. A woman with no past, the mysterious Mara Dest. Believe me, it took a lot of work to create her. Then she told me she was pregnant with my baby.
Oh, how could you be so careless?
You know what? Nobody's perfect. I couldn't believe it at first. I did the test without telling Mara. But it's true. Nastia is my daughter. Even though it wasn't supposed to happen. I said to Mara she wouldn't see Nastia unless she gets an Oscar first. Or never. I made an arrangement with a nice family. Nastia is happy with them. She doesn't know who her mother is.
Was Mara upset? Did she miss her daughter?
Mara dove into the glamorous life head first. Her first triumph happened just then. Remember Polina and the Spectre. Then came her first failure.
You mean her problems with alcohol?
You can't even imagine what it cost me to get her out of it. I had to promise her she could have her daughter back if she quit. It didn't work though.
So you chose the antabuse, yes.
Yes, big time. 20 grams of any alcohol meant death for her. A heart failure.
Keep looking. Keep looking.
You talk well. You do. Almost. Chekhov. There is one problem, though. It's just your word. You're still without an alibi.
I have an alibi. Nestya's foster parents called me that night. She had a strong fever. They had to call an ambulance. In the end, she was going to be fine, but I had to send them money. The closest ATM was in Planeta on Gogol Street.
It's easy to check. Egor, you'll have to stay in the cell until we do. Sorry. It's the rule. Nothing personal.
Come in. You.
Olenay Kaniva Oleksiy Talko. Pavlo Volkov. Who is that? Who are you, Pavlo Volkov?
Wow. Well, shit.
Yeah?
Inga, I hope you're already at the base. You were so active in the investigation. I'm surprised. How could you miss the interrogation of the prime suspect? His new alibi was confirmed. The bank registered a transaction from an ATM at the Planet Mall at 47 Gogol Street.
Hello, Pasha.
Inga, get the hell out of there. Do you hear me? Follow me. Move it, you two. How you know my name?
I figured it out. I'm smart.
We need an ambulance and a patrol car at the 12 Svetlov Street.
Halleck, follow me.
I see you've installed a hidden camera. Yes.
Yes, during the remodeling.
Well, great. So you're the one I was looking for. Because you know everything about Mara.
About Lena. I don't care about Mara.
Do you want me to tell you a story? A very interesting story about Lena Koniva that became Mara Dest. Now she is in our morgue. And nobody can claim her body. Because everybody who knew her in any way is detained at the directorate. Do you like watching, Pavlo? No, of course not. You did it so that you could always come to her rescue. You prepared for any.
Idiot. She's provoking him.
Can we talk? Won't they hear us?
You've noticed the club in the closet a while ago.
Come on, Stephanie. I pressed the button. We can hear them, but not vice versa.
And it came in handy. It only takes 1 second, and that's it. I thought Kovetsky killed Mara.
Fool, you kill her right now.
Bite your tongue. You know everything about everyone, lady. Are you some kind of psychic?
Sort of. I just read it in your mind that you came here to kill me. But let's play a game. Before you do it.
I don't play games. I'm keeping score.
Score of what?
What do you know? You're not a psychic, just a stupid cop wearing a skirt.
Shh, calm down. I want to help you.
Can you dissolve this jam, Halleck? No, I can't. Then put up the lights and go on the incoming. There is an accident down the road. Lights, siren.
Only flying would be faster, Major. To hell with it. I know this area. It's 7 minutes walk from the restaurant.
Lead the way, then. Easy, easy.
You studied together with Lena at the boarding school number 13. You were a loner, not very talkative, if I may, not very friendly. Lyosha Talco was different. Strong, manly, determined, decisive. He wasn't afraid to confess his feelings to Lena. And she, the prettiest girl in your class, chose him, of course, right?
That's not true. She didn't choose anyone. She didn't need anyone. She wanted to be an actress.
Exactly. It was her passion, but she didn't dance with you at the prom, Pasha, but with Taco. Is that right? Why did you put up with Kovetsky in her life?
Why do you care? I had to put up with him, so I did.
As far as I know, Mara wanted a luxurious lifestyle. She sought it in any way possible, and you couldn't give it to her. I understand you.
She's not Mara. She's not Mara. Her name was Lena. Lena, do you understand? Lena.
Now she's really done. I hope we'll catch him with the body.
Save your breath. Her name was Lena.
It was Mara, who slept with Kovetsky, and you made love with Lena. But when you saw her worried after talking to Taco, you understandably got mad. You couldn't bear it anymore. What do we have here? Lena is still in love with Lyosha. You're Lena, not Mara.
Hey, did you call the electrician? By the way, the stairs are full of cops. Freeze.
But, are you okay?
Yes, I'm fine.
Can you walk?
Where is he?
Who?
The electrician. If not for the electrician, I wouldn't be here now.
What damn electrician? I asked you, what electrician?
Give it to me.
Let's go.
He was here.
Come on, pal, you're done.
What is it, buddy? Come on. What was that? Is that what they teach you at the FBI? Going to the scene, collecting evidence without permission. You've contaminated the scene.
Who do you think I am? I had the gloves on.
Oh, the gloves. How nice of you. If we didn't get there on time, you'd be wearing a casket. You know what? After what you've done, we should kick your butt straight to America.
Oleg, I understand. You don't need to explain 100 times. I'm sorry for the caused inconvenience. It's just, what can I say? You're right. I'll quit myself. Take care.
Inga. Wait. Don't mind him. He didn't mean it. He was very scared for you. That's why he was yelling at you.
Did you hear it, too?
Yeah. The benefit of working in the morgue is that you don't hear what's going on here. Whenever I enter the world of the living, they start telling me about their news. It was your first case, right?
Yeah.
I guess you don't work like this in America.
In America, they'd suspend me for what I've just done, sent me for an evaluation and then rehabilitation. Major fired me anyway, though. I understand that I made a mistake. It's only fair.
Major can go ballistic sometimes, but he doesn't hold grudges. He'll change his mind.
Do you think so? It would be nice to work with you again. I liked it.
We will. You'll see.
Thank you.
Bye.
A double espresso without sugar, please. Coming right up.
You forgot this.
Thanks.
I'm sorry I yelled at you.
It's okay, you were absolutely right.
You didn't figure out the killer, too.
Why? I did. It just that everything went wrong. Kovetsky did plan to kill Mara Dest. He planted the non-existent script, a suicide note. Thanks.
Here's what I don't get. He's such a cunning guy. Why not keep making money on her?
He was tired of her. She became a burden for him, and Kovetsky doesn't like complications.
Yeah, by the way, I've talked with Nesta's foster parents. They are cool, nice people. They have secretly applied for adoption. It sure is.
Wow, this is good news.
I just hope Kovetsky won't try to stop them.
He won't do it. Mr. Kovetsky will have time only for himself in the nearest future. He'll try to save his reputation, but it won't work.
What's wrong with his reputation? On the contrary, it's publicity.
The media will start tearing him into pieces. It will be the end of his career and his reputation, as I said before.
You're right. The reporters will dig up his story.
Reporters are really cunning now, right?
Sure. That's true. You're a dangerous woman, Inga.
Me? Not at all. I just think that freaks should be taught a lesson and punished.
I think the same way. Do you think we can find common ground?
What do you mean? You're not kicking me out. No, thanks. I don't want to get into trouble again.
No, it's just, your firing is indefinitely postponed. Next time you need to pour your feelings out, find a more willing pair of ears. Like mine.
I'd prefer to go to a psychologist.
By the way, what made you think Sergei had problems at school?
Because he shows clear signs of ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. It usually manifests quite early. These kids are often restless, and teachers send them to detention.
And the recent psychological trauma.
I know that many homicide desk cops have a permission to carry weapons outside work. Sergei was at his workplace with his colleagues, and he was the only one with a holstered gun. Besides, remember how I told him about a dog that was left in the dark without water? His reaction? He probably was held hostage or something.
He barely survived. There's my deer. Don't worry about the dog. I left it in the car for 5 minutes, just to apologize to you. That's it. I didn't get to the shelter yet, so it will stay with me.
In your car? Oleg, you don't need to hide your love for the animals. Have a nice day.
See you tomorrow.
Later.
What? What is it? Is your nose cold? Is it? Is it?
Taco, get out. Another interrogation. We're getting your stuff. You're being released. They found your actress murder. Go. I'll find you when you come out, Pasha. Just you wait.
Understood, Lyosha. See you.
Move.
Yes.
I knew you could do it, princess. You're a smart girl. A few losers deserve to die for the sake of your success.
Who are you?
Call me Yen. I said I'll always take care of you. Don't worry. I promise we'll get to know each other. Just don't be as reckless as you were today, princess. If not for my intervention, the gallant major could have been too late. I saved you, princess.